Hi and welcome to Ann David's Inspiration, and today we continue with the topic on setbacks and how to deal with them. One of the things I need us to realize is that we all have problems, but the difference is in how we solve the problems. Have you ever known even the richest man in this world has their own problems? The only problem is everybody thinks money is a solution to everything. And I know there's a scripture that says money answereth all things, but clearly there are things that money cannot buy, like peace of mind. Yes, money will buy you a nice bed, money will buy you good food, money will take you to any destination you want, but at the point when probably you fall sick and you need good health, yes, you may get the best doctors, but unless God heals you, the money may not help you. So how do you deal with your problems? As we talk about dealing with setbacks, let's remember one of the things we need to ask ourselves is, am I the only one going through this problem? I think the moment you ask yourself that and you realize there are people that are probably in a worse position than you, then you begin to think positively and say, yes, I am not the only one going through this problem, and probably there are others that would exchange my life for theirs in terms of they would give anything to be where I am, and yet probably I may think I have enough problems. And then the other thing you would need to ask yourself is, what's the worst that could happen as a result of what I am going through? And if you realize, for example, it's not death, then there are enough reasons to, be optimistic and look up and say, if the worst is not death, then I have a reason for living. And in the event that the worst that could happen is actually death, then you can say, like the singer that sang and said, because he lives, and that is Jesus, I can face tomorrow, and all fear is gone. And you deal with your fear, and you say, in the history of this world, there are people that have been healed of terminal diseases, and they have risen up from their deathbeds, and they've moved on with life. And so even in the face of death, you can say there's a hope for tomorrow. And of course, finally, you need to ask yourself, what is it that I can do, or rather, what lessons can I learn from what it is that I'm going through? I've discovered in life that everything that happens, there's always a lesson that we pick from whatever happens. And I want to say that sometimes it's good to give yourself a break. In the midst of what is the problem, am I the only one, what is the worst that could happen in this situation, you need sometimes to give yourself a break. And I will give you myself as an example. When I started my doctoral studies, because I love books, and I thought, yeah, I want this thing to be over in 3 or at least 4 years. That's the much I'd given myself. But it got to a point where I realized I am possibly going to a point of being a nervous wreck, honestly speaking. Why? Because I am doing my coursework, I am teaching, I am doing a lot of other things, I am in ministry, I have my family, I have my personal life. I just realized, no, this is not helping me. I took a break. Yes, I took a break of probably close to a year. And my friends would tell me, why don't you come back? Why did you disappear? Just take one class. And I know myself, and I know when to stop. And so I took a break. And of course, because policies are there that say you need to finish within a given time, I had to go back. But I took a break because I knew there is life after a PhD. There is life after all these certificates. And if I push myself too hard, probably I would never live to see, God forbid, the day when I celebrate and graduate. But I took a break. And so I want to encourage you, whatever it is you're going through, sometimes it may mean taking a break. I'm not saying you take a break away from your job, because that may mean you sleep hungry. But look at the situations around you and ask yourself, what is this that is driving me towards the edge, and take a break. As we talk about dealing with setbacks, today I want to begin by saying, whatever setback it is, if you need to take a break, then do so. Sometimes it means going away from the usual, environment, being alone, just thinking, unwinding. Someone said thinking is free. So as I conclude, I want to say, take a break from that thing which is stressing you out and look at life more positively. There's life after that thing which is stressing you out. Take a break. And until next time, this is Ann David saying, may God bless you from Ann David's Inspiration.